Hello and welcome to the United Stand. We thought this transfer window that to be totally honest with you, has not been the most enjoyable, was done and dusted and we could park it, but there's a final sting in the tail like there normally is, and that sting in the tail that is Andreas Pereira will leave Manchester United for a whole season to sign for Valencia on loan. And I didn't want this to happen. I thought we got away with it. I really did. I thought he was staying. I know there's been rumours over the last while that he was going to go, but I firmly believe it's a bad decision. I don't know whether it's driven by United, whether it's a joint decision, whether it's Pereira just wants football, but I think patience was the key here. We are not blessed. Look, I don't care what people think when I say this, because I firmly believe it, and I've been consistent about Pereira for about 3 or 4 years, but certainly since we've been doing the United Stand, which is what, 2.5 years. I think Pereira is a fantastic talent, and I think he will be one of the best midfielders in European football. He's only 21, he's still got development, I accept all of those things. And when we were linked with Rodriguez back in April, I got a lot of stick for saying I'd rather keep Pereira than sign Rodriguez. We've not done either, so you know what, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you're not. But look, Pereira is better than Lingard. Pereira is better than Ashley Young. I'm not saying that to coax out people who start saying you're speaking nonsense at all. I say it with total and utter conviction and fact that Pereira is better than Lingard and Young. He's done the loan in La Liga. I don't understand this loan to La Liga. I don't. What? My fear is that he's going to move to La Liga, and that's what I said a few weeks ago when Valencia were linked to him. What is the point in him going back to La Liga? He's done La Liga. He was a fantastic player. He was one of the best players in La Liga last year in a side that got relegated. What's the point in going back to La Liga and playing for Valencia, a slightly better team in La Liga? He's a Manchester United player. We play in the Premier League. We don't play in La Liga. I don't understand it. I suspect Pereira's probably driven it himself because he wants to play first team football, and he's not even made it on the bench in the first 3 games of the season. But we can't go from saying yesterday we need, you know, most Manchester United fans felt that we didn't get everything we needed in the transfer window and we needed a winger. I can't believe that only a couple of hours ago I was saying that we haven't actually got anybody who can put a cross into the box. Pereira is probably the best player to do it if we play him on the wing, which we haven't done yet. And we've got a 6'5" striker coming back in January in Zlatan, and we've got a 6'3" striker in Lukaku, and the only person who can really deliver a cross is Pereira. Well, we've just got rid of him for a whole year on loan. I mean, there's no buyout clause. I mean, there's no option to buy for Valencia, so he probably will come back to United, and there is a rumour that he will sign a new contract. But if we were going to loan him, why didn't we loan him to a Premier League club? That would have, you know, I don't really want him going out on loan. I think he's ready. You know, I believe he is ready. I'm not taking a jump into a void of think. You know, from what I've seen of him, he's ready. I mean, from a United point of view, it's a risk. I mean, we were only saying a few days ago that we're 2 injuries away from playing Lingard and Fellaini again and being in the same position as last year. And nothing against those players, but we won't win the title with them in the starting 11 every week, as has been shown over the last couple of years. You know, you've got to keep them on the bench and have the better first 11. We're a couple of injuries away from that. We're 3 injuries away from playing kids, because what happens if, you know, Pereira was certainly, if he wasn't on the bench, he was certainly the next wave of players that will get plenty of game time, because you will get suspensions and injuries. So to loan him out for a year, I don't think we are. I have concerns about this squad anyway, and whether it's got enough quality and depth to win a title. Why go and gift Pereira? Why go and let a player like Pereira go? It's, you know, we didn't. I don't know whether we're labouring under a disillusionment here that we actually did sign a winger yesterday, because we didn't sign a winger, and now we've let a player go who actually would be very important for the squad. Very, very weird, very, very weird, and I don't agree with it. I don't like it, but I'm not going to be. You can't blame United, you can't blame Mourinho, and you can't blame Pereira, because we don't know what the truth behind it is. But I think whoever's decided it, really, it's a mistake. He should have been promised like League Cup starts. He should have been told that if you play well enough, you'll get in the team, and he should have had the desire and passion to do that. We need quality players like Pereira as part of our squad if we want to impact on this league. And it's just sad to me, because I look at the first 11, it's good. But I look at the beyond the first 11 and I think, you know, if we do lose some of these good players, like if Mata or Mkhitaryan get a long-term injury, or Pogba, or even Matic, and we are going to be playing Lingard, we're going to be playing Ashley Young, we're going to be playing Fellaini, and I don't believe that they are good enough. And Pereira is a kid. I know a lot of people will be saying he's a kid, but I feel he's ready. And I just think he's a very talented player, and unfortunately it's another season watching another talented player playing La Liga. I'll be watching Valencia a lot more this season, because I really, really do believe in him. I just hope that it's not going to be the end, because I think the thing that I said a few weeks ago about him going to La Liga is what's the obsession with him playing in La Liga? He's a Premier League player. He plays in the English Premier League. Well, he's owned by a club in the Premier League. What's this fascination with him getting experience in La Liga? I just think he's going to end up going to a La Liga club. He'll do really well in La Liga again. God, I'm saying so many L's. I'm like an Arsenal fan, taking so many L's tonight. But it feels like he'll have a good season there, and then we'll sell him off to La Liga. If we want him to be successful in the Premier League, why are we not loaning him into a Premier League club? There would have been loads of clubs who wanted him. And we've mentioned a few ideal clubs for Pereira would have been teams like Swansea, Bournemouth, that sort of a side, even a Newcastle. But I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. Darren Lee says Lingard is better. God, Pereira must be crap then. Windows officially closed, says Ryan McSwiggan. It has, but it has... he's gone to a Spanish club. Theirs was closing a day later. I think McTominay's gone on loan. I'm sure McTominay's gone on loan. People are saying, well, we've got McTominay. I'm sure he's gone on loan. I'm pretty sure he did. I think he went to Wolves, didn't he? I can confirm that for you. He was part of the first scheme. I don't think he did. No, he was targeted by Wolves, but I don't think he actually went. So we've kept McTominay and let Pereira go by the looks of it. Rick says he can't sit around for 3/4 of a season to play here and there. What are you so shocked about? Acting like La Liga is a pub league. Rick, I'm not saying... What I'm saying is he played in La Liga last year. If he is going to be a future Manchester United player, why are we sending him off to do something he's already done? I agree him getting first team football is good, but I think we are going down this path of he's going to leave and he's going to go to a La Liga club. There is no point in him going there. I'd also hoped that we were going to get him back in January, but it's a season loan. Willock's gone to Utrecht, hasn't he? So he's gone to Holland. McTominay's still here. Lynn Hall says, if this loan was for Pereira's benefit, it would be 6 months in the EPL. He gains little from this, and United lose out big time this season. Massive mistake. I sort of agree. I don't know whether United have made a mistake, in fairness, Lynn. I don't know, because, I mean, it doesn't make any sense, and the rumours were that Mourinho wanted him to stay. I would imagine Mourinho wanted him to stay on the terms of, you know, I'll use you where I can. But then you look at what happened with Fosu Mensah last year, and Pereira might have just been, look, if you know, I want to play. And I did say that through the summer. He was a first team player last year for Granada. There was never any point in him being a fringe, you know, training with the first team at Manchester United. He is better than that. So I just think it's just about, realistically, Mourinho obviously doesn't feel he's ready for the first team. Pereira does, and he wants first team football. Binoy says, you lack crossers, you go and loan out the best crosser in the squad, masterstroke, we just blew the title. Let's not over-egg the pudding. I mean, he probably is the best crosser of the ball on the right-hand side, and we've loaned him out, but what do you do? Dave Palucci says, this is ridiculous, we haven't signed a winger, and now we've let Andreas go to Valencia. I think that is probably the most, that's the comment I would latch onto the most from Dave there, is that we didn't actually sign a winger, and then we've weakened our squad by letting somebody go. That's my concern, is that why let him go? If we'd signed a winger, I could sort of understand it, or a midfielder or whatever, but we didn't. You know, I thought yesterday wasn't the transfer window I hoped for. I wanted one more, and I think a lot of United fans felt the same. We didn't get that one more, but we did retain Pereira. A day later, we didn't get that one more, and we've let Pereira go. We have weakened our squad. That's the bottom line. With his speed and ability, La Liga is better for him to learn his more technical game, says Alucard1208. You know what? I will get over it. We'll all get over it, and we'll all be watching Valencia play. But it's 2 years now that Pereira's not really been at United, and he is a United player, and that is disappointed. Do you think we'll get a winger this January, says Vincent Seaver? I don't know. Oe Ranzo says, is it permanent? No, it's a loan. Anything to do with the UEFA being in Real Madrid's pocket, says Michael Williamson. I don't know. I don't know what that's to do with. Lynn Hall says, if Pereira pushed for the loan, it's more understandable, but word was Pereira really wanted to prove himself in the first team. Yes, Lynn, you're spot on. Pereira only said a few short weeks ago that he was here to prove himself at United, so he's obviously been told not. The only bonus is that he's going to be a big player in a big team, not a big player in a small team, says Bastian Dooley. Yep. And he wants to play every game. He's never going to get that at the moment at United. I mean, the best case scenario, I mean, we do need to pin him down to a new contract. He's got 1 year left on his contract, but we've got the option to extend it, which we will do. But next summer, even if we extend it, it's only for another year. And he could say, you know what, I'm not signing a new contract. So it's a difficult situation. I suppose when you look at it from a, take the emotion out of it, from United's point of view, if we kept him at United and we'd hardly played him this season, we've got an option for another year, which we take up, and then Pereira's like, you've not played me all year, you can extend my contract by another year, but I'm not signing a long-term one, and I'll go for free next summer because you're not using me. Whereas this situation, he goes to Valencia, he has a really good season, he's one of the best players in La Liga again, his stock rises, and United go, yes, you're ready now, matters off, we want you. But it's all if, buts and maybes, isn't it? I wouldn't have done it, but I'm not the manager. Mark, we are Man United, we're full on, I don't know what that, Aaron Taylor at United stand. Mark, we are Man United, we're full on, I don't know what that's on about. Views on Fosu Mensah starts the season with Palace so far. Ryan Griffin, it's been brilliant for Fosu Mensah. I would like to have seen Pereira in the Premier League. I don't know why we couldn't have sorted that out. He's going to get better competition at Valencia, says Yadman TV. Ryan McSquiggan, I did say there'd be one more late show in the transfer window. I didn't expect it to be this, and I didn't expect it to be a day after the transfer window is shut. Would you compare him to Coutinho, says Ebbs Cabot? Yeah, he's not dissimilar to him. He's not dissimilar to James Rodriguez. He's not super fast, Pereira, but he is skillful. Oh, here we go. Lance Noir says, you're all very pessimistic. Crossing is overrated. Yeah, it's really overrated when you've got a striker who's 6'5" and a striker who's 6'3". Putting crosses into the box is a total waste of time. That's sarcasm, by the way. But if you believe crosses are overrated, that's down to you. I think I think you can think that, but I also think it's really stupid not to put crosses into the box of quality when you've got tall players who are very good in the air. I would have preferred him to stay, says Terence. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one because I wanted him to stay, and I think he should have stayed, and I think he would have fought his way in. I can understand why he's concerned when he's not getting on the bench. I can understand sort of Mourinho and Pereira. I would hope this has happened. They've had a chat and he said, look, I can't get you in the squad at the moment, but I do rate you. And Pereira's gone, I want to play. And they've both thought, you know, Valencia is a good move for you. But I think the better solution was Swansea's a good move for you. Bournemouth's a good move for you. Because you know what? Manchester United don't play in La Liga. We play in the Premier League, and we want you to play for Manchester United. And you proved yourself in La Liga, Andreas. Now let's get you some game time in the Premier League, week in, week out. Prove yourself in the Premier League, and then I know next season I can just chuck you straight into my team. Even if he has a good season in La Liga, he's still a risk. There's an element of risk putting him into a Premier League side because it's not the Premier League. Aguero wants to leave Man City if Sanchez signs for Man City in January. Interesting. Love this fantastic community. Only true 100% fan channel out there. Keep up the great work, says Juan Jose Mea Moria. Full shout out there for a nice comment. Is Pereira missing his chance? He's 24. No, he's not. He's 21, Ryan. Clause to return in January, he says. I am. Well, I'd heard that was going to happen, then I was told that's not happening. A midfield three of Pogba, Menza and Pereira in a few years. Thoughts, Mark, says Simran Baka. Look, we've got to take... The reality is he's gone now, isn't he? And we've got to take the positives from it. Look, you know, we've started That's Football channel, haven't we? So you can watch stuff on there and we'll do a couple of watch-alongs for Valencia, I suppose. But no, I will watch Valencia anyway because I like to watch... I watched Granada last year with Pereira a few times and I do like him. And I will watch him. And I hope he does really well over there. And ultimately, I do agree that if Mourinho's saying I can't even give you 10 games this season, but you can get 40 at Valencia, it's a no-brainer. I just think we should have got him a Premier League club because it makes a hell of a lot more sense for everybody. He needs to show he can do it in the Premier League. But Playlist Account says the same thing. Very good. He says, quite gutted, to be honest. If it's 20 games v 5 games, then I guess fair enough. It is a loan, as far as... It is a loan. I'm going to say that. He could have been a great backup to Mata, who is ageing as well, says Ron Sparks. The reality is, look, you know what? If Mata or Mkhitaryan got injured, I'd play Pereira. Mourinho, rightly or wrongly, if they get injured, he's going to play Fellaini or Lingard, isn't he? That's you know, Mourinho loves Fellaini and Lingard. I'll tell you now, Pereira's a better player than Lingard, but it's not me or you who picks the team. There's something about Lingard that Mourinho really, really likes, and at the moment, Lingard is the solution. And Pereira's going to have to go to La Liga and blitz it and force his way in ahead of somebody who I believe will never be a first United player. He's a squad player. I want Pereira to be a first team player, and if that means going to Valencia, that means going to Valencia. Thanks everyone for watching. Pereira's gone. Shocking. On many levels, it's not petulance, it's not moodiness, it's not pessimism, it's not negativity. I think he should have gone to a Premier League club. I understand why he would want to go. I've got no issues with him going, really. If he wants first team football and we can't offer it him. But two things. One, it should have been to a Premier League club. And two, we've just weakened our squad for no reason. We didn't get another player in yesterday and yet we let another player go today. You know, I just hope these decisions don't come back and bite us on the backside. I hope not. Hopefully the person in the comments is right that we can get him back in January, but I think it's a full season. Thanks everyone for watching. Speak to you all soon. Give us your comments below and I'll speak to you tomorrow. There might be some more news tomorrow. If not, we're live again at 8 o'clock. Thanks everyone for watching.